But you still be needed. I still call my dad.
Well, because unfortunately you found a guy like me that can't do shit around the house.
Dad.
All right, before we begin the show, let's thank our sponsors. First and foremost, our title sponsor, Once Upon a Coconut. All-natural, non-GMO coconut water with natural electrolytes and no added sugar. You can choose from pure, blueberry, pineapple, watermelon, sparkling energy, and chocolate flavors with Once Upon a Coconut. Stay hydrated and refreshed. And if you're wondering why it tastes so darn good, it's due to a combination of factors, including the freshness and sweetness of young coconut water, the lack of additives, and the natural electrolytes present. And the best part about it, Once Upon a Coconut, 10% of profits go to charity that benefit our communities, including the Down Syndrome Foundation, Breast Cancer Foundation, Leukemia Society. Good things, good people, great product. So you can grab it at some Sprouts, you can grab it on Amazon, you can go online to find a store near you or purchase it right there off of their website, onceuponacoconut.com. It is delish. Big thanks to Inspect All Pest Services, our buddy Nick and the crew over at Inspect All Pest Services, providing the highest quality termite, pest, and wildlife control. That's not all they do. Inspect All can take care of your insulation, pressure washing, gutter maintenance, and other home services in Metro Atlanta and the surrounding areas. Remember, seasonal, you get different bugs and critters all around your house, so you want to go with the best in the business, and that would be one of our fine sponsors from day one, InspectAllServices.com. It's the Mad Dog, Manny Aurora, with the Aurora Law Firm, best darn defense attorney in the world, litigating all over the United States, based out of Georgia. We're talking criminal defense, white-collar crime, DUI, drug offenses, appeals, and more. And you can always get your legal questions answered by the Mad Dog, Manny Aurora, by getting those to me. And when he pops up on a show, you get your questions answered. So go to thebaileyshow.com and we'll get those questions to the Mad Dog. The Aurora Law Firm.com. He is the best in the business when it comes to therapists. There's no doubt about that. I use them, and so should you. We're talking about Dr. David Markwell with Ridgeline Counseling. He's got 10 therapists in-house, 3 different locations there in Georgia, one across from Sprayberry High School in Sandy Plains in East Cobb, Marietta near the Square in McKaysville, just outside of Blue Ridge. But if you're not in Georgia and you need to talk to the good doctor, then you can go online and get virtual sessions. Ridgeline Counseling at gmail.com if you'd like to email him directly, or go online to markwelltherapy.com. There is no better time to check if your insurance is any good. That's why FBC Insurance is waiting for you to reach out. You can call them at 888-308-1841 or email them info@fbcinsuranceservices.com. I just switched up my car insurance because I got a better deal at FBC Insurance. They were the people to find it. Perfect for new homeowners, especially if you're trying to reshop those current insurance policies. 5-star service, multi-policy, bundled discounts, and they're going to shop every carrier out there to find the best insurance for your house, flood, storm season, auto, motorcycle, boat, recreational vehicle, or just a personal policy. 888-308-1841 or go online, FBCInsuranceServices.com. Another one of our great sponsors in storm season. You have to talk to the good people at Alternate Power Solutions of Georgia. Family owned and operated. They are a Generac generator dealer, founded in 2012. So storm season, power goes out. Who knows when it's coming back on? Don't be that guy or girl that does not have a backup plan and having power for whatever it be, especially medical devices, fans, air conditioning, so on and so forth. Offering sales, service, installation, and repair of automatic home standby and portable generators. Every single one of you, when you become a customer at Alternate Power Solutions of Georgia, you get an upgraded warranty, free monitoring, and warranty repair. A+ rating with the BB&B, and you pay nothing until the job is complete. Call or request a free home assessment. You can go to their website, poweringgeorgia.com, or buzz them at 770-853-7571. Use the discount code Bailey, my last name, and get $500 off your entire installation. All right? Servicing Georgia and Tennessee. Again, another great sponsor of the BS podcast that is going to come to your aid here during storm season. And I'm talking about Cliff Bratcher and Jayco Contracting. This one hits home for me because I needed advice from Cliff and Jayco Contracting when my mother got a hole in her roof. Now, Jayco Contracting helping the good folks out in Georgia. And if you're in Georgia, you call him this storm season just to know that you're going to be taken care of when that tree falls through your roof or your shingles come off or a hole somehow appears. years, right? They are a platinum preferred contractor with Owens Corning, licensed and insured roofing and gutter specialists covering all of Georgia. Keep in mind, if you've not gone through this process, Cliff and Jayco Contracting are going to take care of it from start to finish. That means dealing with the insurance companies. That can be a headache and a negotiation, and they're the best to do it. Commercial and residential satisfaction guaranteed. JaycoContracting.com, or 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. You give Cliff Bratcher a call at 770-316-3876. Alive Ozone Therapy Spa in Altamont Springs, Florida. This is mine and my wife's wellness spa. If you have an autoimmune, cancer, HIV, just simple biohacking, long COVID, the answer is yes to just about anything that's going on in your body. Most of the time it starts with inflammation, and ozone therapy, it decreases inflammation. So ozone therapy, we are the first and only to do it in Central Florida. That is Alive Ozone Therapy Spa. We also offer red light therapy, halo therapy, pressotherapy, PMF grounding mat, as well as naturally in-house made ozone infused products like the magnesium butter that many of you absolutely love. Ozone therapy, what is it? Quickly, it repairs and rejuvenates your cells to the mitochondrial level by using activated oxygen. Simple as that. No side effects. That's all there is to it. It's a 30-minute session, and you actually burn up to 600 calories when you're in the Hocket sauna. We do it the most non-invasive way. So whether you're in the area or you want to travel, book an appointment, AliveOzoneTherapySpa.com. All the products you can get there as well. And remember, for you two peers, use the discount code BS10 to take that off those online products. If you want to be a sponsor of the show, reach out to me via thebaileyshow.com. And if you are a listener of this podcast and you need any of our great sponsors, please reach out to them. Now, let's begin.
Go ahead and leave a comment about how you deal with your children leaving home while I recover.
Honey, I raised the kids.
Our kids leaving the nest is never easy. So in order to cope, Jason and Rachel have decided to share the journey of their kids, Caleb and Ariel, or Bees as most know her. Follow the story in this podcast.
Honey, I raised the kids.
All right, there it is. Episode 65 of Honey, I Raised the Kids. It's a podcast about us becoming empty nesters. Welcome. Thanks for being here. My name's Jason Bailey. There's my lovely wife, Rachel Guy.
Hey, y'all.
Collectively, we are known as Ray J.
But you can be first today.
J Ray.
Yeah, I'm tired.
You don't want to be first.
No, you go first.
Okay. A little beat down. It's been a very interesting and rough month. There's been no doubt about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Yes, that's good. That's a good way to say it.
There's been ups and there's been downs. They've been all over the place. It's been first and foremost, let's thank our title sponsor, Once Upon a Coconut. Thank you very much.
Oh my God, so delicious.
If I don't get them to report back to me in a month going, oh my God, all these orders, where are they coming from? Using the code BS podcast 10, then I don't know what's going on.
And Alive Ozone 10.
I know I didn't want to complicate it and confuse people. You can use either one of them. But when we're at Alive Ozone Therapy Spa and our patients come in, we give them the Alive Ozone 10. It does the same thing.
They order it online, right? Standing right at the at the counter making their next appointment.
Right. So you can use either one, BS Podcast 10. Use that one and go to onceuponacoconut.com and order the most delicious coconut water known to man.
So good.
So good. So good for you. And late night, you want to put a little vodka drink in there.
Oh my God,
Feel
y'all,
free.
try the chocolate coconut water. It literally tastes like Yoo-hoo. It probably, like, if you want a little treat, make it a chocolate espresso martini.
Yeah. Or if you're like around the pool, if you're around the pool,
Yeah.
you do a little blueberry like I got right here,
Yeah.
or pineapple or watermelon.
A little mojito action.
A little mojito action.
Yeah.
It's delicious.
Oh, I've had a couple of my patients say that their kids, they can replace chocolate milk with chocolate coconut water.
It's better
The kids
for them.
like it. Yeah.
It's better for them. Absolutely.
Yeah, that they've been like, delicious.
Delicious. Pop that microphone so it's pointing towards you a little bit, like this. Yes,
This
like
way?
that. So
Is that better?
so we can hear you.
Can you hear me better now?
We can hear you so much better
Oh, I like it when you hear me
now.
better.
So much better.
Babe, can Russell hear me over there?
Russell, yes.
Hey, Russell.
Yeah, I haven't talked about it.
What?
I was going to bring it up on the BS podcast last week, but I didn't get around to it.
Man, I talk to Russell every day.
Would you like to explain to everybody who Russell is?
Russell the love muscle.
So
I don't need
stupid.
to explain that.
So stupid. So stupid.
Hey,
We've been
how
together.
you doing over there, Russell?
We've been together almost 14 years, and now she decides to name my junk.
Babe, I'm not talking to you today. I'm talking to Russell.
I know you're talking to
I
Russell.
don't want to talk to you. We're in a fight. I can't talk to you. Russell, let's talk.
And it's funny because it's like the oldest thing, like it goes back to middle school. Russell the love muscle. I mean, it's like the oldest cliche for junk ever in the history of junk.
It's the best junk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Russell the love muscle.
every morning she wakes up, that's all she says.
Hey, Russell.
Hey, Russell, how you doing, Russell?
How's it going?
I don't know.
How's your day today, Russell? I can't talk to you.
Is that friends listening? Is that part of becoming empty nesters when you start doing stuff like this?
Yeah, because I don't want to talk to you anymore, but I'll talk to Russell.
So you've created a different character within me.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's my new bestie. La, 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 la. Hey, Russell.
Gotcha. Okay. Excellent. I didn't, we're going through all these changes as empty nesters. And like I said, we've been together for 14 years and no names for body parts.
No.
Up until now.
Yeah.
Up until now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my bestie, Russell.
Bestie Russell.
Yeah.
So this episode, we want to talk about I was right.
You're always right.
Thank you. I appreciate you saying that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I called this one. I wish I remembered.
But nobody said that you were wrong.
Correct. Okay.
We agreed with you. You were just right in agreement.
How about I meet you that I called this one instead of I'm right? I'll just say I called this one.
You did.
Okay.
Yeah.
I called this one.
Yeah.
I wish
we did agree with you.
I
agreed with you.
Who's we?
Me and Russell.
Okay. So if I don't know what episode it is, but it would have been way back when we started this.
Yeah.
And Ariel was going off to the University of Alabama.
Yeah.
And I remember making a statement. I wish I had a team, like you see the big podcasts and the big shows. They have everything documented. They can go back and they can find audio at any point in time. I don't have that team. My team is.
Well, you could probably get AI to do that for you.
Probably.
I'm sure.
Probably.
Get you a little AI team.
So I said the early stages of this podcast that our daughter, Ariel, better known as Bees, that when she goes off to the University of Alabama,
Roll Tide,
it will be a very short period of time until we and this house, her home, becomes secondary.
Yes. It took the whole year.
That's a short period of time.
She likes it.
There were signs of this earlier last time she was home.
Yeah, I know. She was ready to go back to her
She was ready to go back to her friends.
Yeah.
So let me explain. She's home for the summer.
Yep.
And she does not have to go back until the last week of July, early August.
Yep.
I'll get to that here in a second. She goes back this past weekend for really no apparent reason. There was
a reason.
There was not a good reason.
I think there was a good reason.
So she has to move out of the place that she lives at now.
Yep. So the condo, hold on. Conversation was at the end of the school year. Should we take a weekend and go and move all of her things into storage so we don't have to do this back to back right before she has to go back to school? Because there's a layover time.
Which sucks.
Yeah. And you're like, no, it'll be fine. And here we are getting closer to the time. And the layover time is she has to be out of the condo on the 25th and move into the house isn't until the 1st.
Right.
So there's a week time that has to, you have to find somewhere to put their stuff and wait.
Yeah. But when we had that conversation initially, the idea was to
try and get it moved up to a line.
Right. Try to be able to move into the new place earlier.
Yeah. And they have other kids in the house that have a lease, so we can't do that.
Right. So that did not work out.
Go early.
So the idea was, as much of a pain in the ass as it would have been, the idea was that
you and Bees.
Yeah, me and Bees, we were going to drive up literally for a couple days.
Yep.
We were going to do the 9-hour trip to Tuscaloosa from Orlando. We were going to get her stuff. It's not a lot of stuff. It's literally a room and some things in the common area.
Random things. It's not a lot of stuff.
It's not a lot of stuff. But there's things
because
like,
the condo was fully furnished, so we're not packing furniture.
and there's 3 other girls in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. We do have the TVs, the TV in the living room with
Yep.
the TV mounts.
Yep.
We have the TV in Beeze's room
Yep.
with the TV mounts.
Yep.
We, have her clothes.
Doorknob.
The doorknob. I put a lock, digital doorknob thing on there. So not too much stuff, but
Yeah.
this is, my job to do this.
Dad job.
Yeah. And I get excited to this
I know
because
you do.
I'm becoming obsolete as time goes on. And so I was all for it. I was very excited about it, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm just blindsided, and I was blindsided, and I was told, like, literally just the other day, hey, look, Bees is going to go up by herself. She's going to take your SUV,
My SUV,
and she's going to move her stuff herself
into the storage unit. So
into the shared storage unit with another girl.
Yeah. So her thought process, you should be really proud of this.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So we were going to have to do the Tuscaloosa trip there and back within a week, twice.
Yeah.
So, her thought process was, if I go up now, I can go and see some of my friends, hang out with my girlfriends, get all of my stuff out and do everything. And then y'all don't have to be stressed out. Jason doesn't have to drive 18 hours twice in 1 week. And then we just do it for move-in and it's good.
No.
Yeah. She was trying to be nice to you.
I should, and I am grateful. That's very sweet. That's very thoughtful. I think it had more to do with seeing her friends than it had anything else. And this just happened to be, a cherry on top.
Well, it made sense because then
it does make sense.
Yeah.
But this is one of those things. And this is what I need you to understand, because you do this all the time and I have to understand it.
What?
This trip to Alabama for Bees twice, 1 week, 4 trips technically.
Yeah.
This was my job. It was supposed to be a pain in my ass. That's what dads do.
I know. All right. So, Dad, you need to be very proud because she wants you to see that she can do it.
And that's great.
You taught her how to man.
I'm not the greatest at manning, but I appreciate that. I worry about her taking the TVs off the wall just because I have the infamous California 3rd of July ER.
Well, I promise you that if that TV falls while she's trying to take it off the wall, it's falling and busting, and we're buying a new TV. She's not going to try and catch it like you did.
Yeah, I did catch that son bitch.
You did. You caught it and it didn't break. It didn't even fall.
No, we still have it.
You caught it and let it rip your arm open. I promise you.
The bolt just ripped my arm
Yeah, it
open.
did. It was disgusting. There was meat coming out and everything. So gross.
That's Manning.
Yeah. Well, I promise you, if the TV's falling, she's not catching it. She's going to let it go.
I know, but here's the thing. It doesn't make sense. I don't make sense. It doesn't make sense. And maybe I'm completely wrong even, but I'll tell you that I enjoy doing.
She needed you.
Doing the ridiculous, it doesn't, I'm a very, as most of I'm a logical, realistic person. If it doesn't make sense, you don't do it. With the caveat of, unless it's your kid.
Yeah.
You do a lot of things for your kids
that are ridiculous,
don't make sense, and that are ridiculous, right? Yeah. This was one of those things. 4 trips, 1 week.
Crazy.
To Alabama. One of those trips was literally probably for a day.
Yeah.
And you drive up and drive back. But I was going to be in the car, just her and I.
Yeah.
The entire time.
Well, she can, look, I'll tell you what. We can compromise because she really did want you to know that she can, big kid, and you did teach her how to do all these things, and she can do it. She wants you to know she can do it.
I get it. Look.
I know that. But what I'm going to say is, because we still do have to do our move-in trip, she still does need you. And on the way up there, while you're pulling the U-Haul, Beast can ride with you.
No. I want her to ride with you. That's the mother-daughter trip. I get that. That's where now you can't do that because that's the man's supposed to be alone. That's how that
So
is.
you can cry in peace.
No, I'm not going to cry. I'm
You
just saying I don't want my wife driving up there by herself.
Yeah, I'm okay.
So no, so that's you don't understand the guy rules.
Okay.
So and the one thing that you're missing is that you're not understanding. Yes, that's great. Bees goes up to Alabama to move her stuff on her own. She was doing it to be nice. I wanted to go, but I wasn't needed because she can handle it. I've taught her well, all that stuff.
Yes.
But what you're not understanding is that there's going to be a day, and we don't know when that day is going to be, when there's going to be another guy in her life, a husband that will be doing all of these things, and I won't be needed at all. Zero.
But you still be needed. I still call my dad.
Well, because unfortunately you found a guy like me that can't do shit around the house.
Dad, tell me. Daddy, I need you to come and fix this. Jason fucked it up.
That's why I needed to find somebody that's less do it yourself than me.
I do. I'm like, Dad, I got a question. I can fix most anything because of my dad. Anything, I can do it. And he knows, like, cars, doesn't matter. We could work on it. We figure it out. I can do it. And if I get stuck, I'm FaceTiming Dad.
Yeah. I FaceTime the nice guy from American Home Shield. That's a really cool feature that they have now.
You can FaceTime Dad too.
I know. But the guy from
That's
American
how you
Home
gotta do
Shield
it.
is very sweet.
Yeah.
And he walks me through stuff.
Oh,
He's a
that's
very,
nice.
very nice guy.
Yeah.
But
But you should be happy that you taught her, like my dad taught me how to do all these things, and she feels confident in herself that she can.
I get it. You're still missing what I'm
I
trying to
get
say.
it.
No, you don't.
I do.
No, you don't, because you're not repeating what I'm saying.
I need to repeat it.
You're talking about something else.
After you.
There's going to be another man in her life that's going to hang the TV, that's going to change the doorknob, that's going to put the shelves up.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not even a thought when it comes to those types of things.
I think you're just emotional right now, because that's not true, because you are my other man in my life, and I still think of my dad.
I get that, but we're not talking about you. We're talking about Bees, especially when like she first gets married or whatever. You know what I mean? And if she gets a good old Southern boy that had a dad growing up, unlike me, that taught him stuff, unlike me, and knows how to do all this stuff, I'm really obsolete. And then if I come over and he knows more than me, which is a very good chance, then I'm going to feel real stupid.
But you know what she will call
I need to get my in before that happens.
But you know what she will call you about?
What?
Chicken nuggies.
Chicken nuggies. That's all I'm here for, is good chicken nuggies.
Chicken nuggies.
Well, you know, I got the brisket. I can do the brisket.
Yeah.
You know, so it's funny, you know, this conversation, actually, this is the first time I've ever thought about this. You know, as you get older, and, you know, the empty nester and the family stuff, everybody gets older and life moves on and your kids move on. The things that they would normally come to you for, it starts to water down as time goes on. And I guess, you know, you ask yourself, when it's all said and done, and Bees is 30, and at that time I'll be 60, you know, let's just say she's married by that time. Like, what will I be known for? Like, what will be the call for me?
The Oreo cookie and the...
No, that's the story. No, like, what will be the call? Like, it'll be, well, you know, maybe you'll make brisket. I think,
yeah, she'll definitely be like, can you make brisket? I'm coming home. Or we make me brisket and bring it over. Or yeah.
But that's it. Like, I'm just, I mean, I guess it's better than not being known for anything, but I'm just going to be
the meat dad.
The meat dad.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to be.
Meat dad.
I'm going to be the meat dad.
You can't. Oh, you know what? She's got a little bit more time before she goes back to school. Teach her how to play poker.
I talked to her about that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm obviously haven't been very good at that lately either. So
well, you can teach her from college level.
I
know a pretty girl playing poker at college, real sneaky. She could make a good living doing that.
She could crush.
The boys would be like, out of nowhere, she'd be like shocked. Beat you.
Women poker players are dangerous.
Yeah.
You know, especially attractive young women poker players. Now, if you are real good. I mean, if you're a good poker player, you don't give a damn what they look like and how old they are. But the tell is like, oh, she's young, she's a woman, she's not as good, she's blah, 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 blah. She's probably pretty
I'm gonna
tight.
be able to read her.
She's not
no,
gonna bluff.
buddy, you're not.
She's not gonna bluff and all that stuff.
Not reading that little lady.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so she's up there now.
Yeah.
And she's doing her thing. We have to get her own storage unit.
Yep.
So
that.
she's taking all of her stuff, and then she comes back.
And
then we got a couple weeks.
You gotta teach her how to play poker.
Teach her how to play poker.
Yeah.
Now we did do this. I did this. So I took her to get gun classes.
You did.
So I don't want her going back to school in this crazy world that we live in and not have a firearm. She's living off campus, so it's allowed. The laws in Florida, she cannot have a concealed until she's 21.
Right.
She can take classes, of course.
You got her a private.
Yeah, I got her a private lesson with Victor Chin. So if you are in the Central Florida area and you are looking for he does all kinds of gun classes. We took the first gun class for her, as well as self-defense gun class.
And home defense.
That's self-defense, home defense. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will tell you, I've taken numerous gun classes, right? This guy was, and no shot to the other guys because they were great too, but he was above outstanding.
Yeah.
And what made him above outstanding is the class was for her. I got to sit in on it, and I actually learned a lot. You can never stop learning. If you want to be a responsible firearm owner, you can never stop learning.
Right.
But watching him teach her, because she was very nervous. Now, Bee's has shot with us before.
Yeah.
But we're not shooting all the time. She's not around guns all the time. He was so good. So good. And then we go out on the range. We had different firearms. I brought a few. He had a few. And she crushed it. And she felt so comfortable. She looked like a beast. I still haven't chopped up those videos.
She looked like a beast. Oh, and so we sent her with my gun so she could try my gun.
Pocket 380.
Yeah, my little baby 380
little
because it fits in my little pouch and it's great. Tiny little, it fits in my tiny hands. It's good for not too heavy in my purse for showing houses and all the things. And this little sucker was like, Ma, I need a Glock.
She liked the bigger guns.
She did.
She liked the bigger guns.
She's like, it just shoots better.
Yeah. She liked
you can't put a Glock in your purse, Bees.
No, we're gonna probably get her a SIG 320, which is it's
a middle size that can still fit in a little fanny pouch.
Yeah, it's mid range. It's
little
good.
Lulu pouch,
but
packing in the Lulu pouch.
It's just like if you're a firearm person, if you're not, that's fine. But if you are a firearm person and you want your kids, if they if you grew up on a farm or something shooting, it's a different story. But if you want to make sure that they're comfortable and put them in the scenario as best as possible. I mean, you're never going to be able to be put in a home defense, self-defense scenario unless you're in that scenario, but know the rules, don't ever point a gun. It could always be loaded, don't, if you're pointing at somebody, you better be willing to pull that trigger.
She did such a good job.
She did a great job. She did a fantastic job. And I feel good about it.
Yeah.
I feel good about it.
She felt comfortable.
So Florida law is you cannot purchase a pistol until you're 21 years of age or older. If you have your concealed, you can purchase pistol and get it right away. If you don't, you have to wait the 3-day waiting period or whatever. But you can have a parent purchase the pistol.
Mama can buy you a gun and gift it to you.
Alabama, I don't think any of those apply. I think it's at 4, you can own a gun.
You're welcome.
Yeah, you can have a gun. But you got to make sure if you're traveling across state lines, you're abiding by the rules in case you get pulled over and all those things. And you just want them to be as safe as possible.
Be a law-abiding citizen.
Because you go, well, why this year, not last year? Well, last year even though she was technically off of campus, I don't believe she was allowed.
She was it's off campus but still on campus.
Yeah,
housing.
So it's kind of an odd situation.
Yeah.
This year she is totally off campus and she's going to be living in a house on the first floor.
Yeah.
So that it's the progression in this whole
Yeah,
thing.
all of
So,
us moms in the mom group were talking about security system and the different cameras and all the things.
yeah. So that's one of the things that I'll be doing when I go there is I will be setting up security cameras.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which, by the way, should we ask the other people that are moving in if they want to chip in on these cameras?
Oh, there one of the moms has 2 already, and I think another one, and yeah, they're gonna get Ring cameras, like
Okay.
brand new ones. I just got a text about it.
Okay. Well, I need to know what kind they are.
Well, I can send you the link of what they
So
have.
I don't have to buy them.
Well, there are 2.
Okay. There are 2 Ring cameras.
Yeah.
Okay. I need
And
to know.
then we were discussing a security system for the house.
Okay. Well, I should probably be a part of those conversations because I'm going to be the one installing them.
Okay.
Okay. Those
So
are things that I should know.
This guy.
Yeah. Okay.
Spotlight camera. 2 of
Okay.
those.
But I have to know there's 3 different types. There's battery, there's hardwired,
This one says battery.
and okay, we don't want the battery ones.
Well, that's what they have, 2 of them.
Okay. So that means the girls are going to have to replace the batteries every 4 to 6 months, which kind of sucks.
Okay.
That's why they're better if they're hardwired.
I will love to have that conversation.
But see, here's the other thing. That's why when Bees is up there, she's supposed to call me
Mhm.
when she goes to the house
Yeah.
and tell me, are there outlets? Because there's cameras there.
Yeah.
Are there places to hardwire it? Are
Mhm.
there, I got to know all these things.
Yeah.
So
I know.
nobody's
Okay.
talking to me.
You got
That's why I should have went up there because I could have scouted the house.
Hey, you can still go. Just go.
I can't because
You
I want to
can.
get it for Amazon Prime days. Because they're really cheap for Amazon Prime days. I'm saving like $400.
Okay.
Because if women do your women thing, and like, all right, I got Ring cameras. I need but you're
I
not
don't know what
talking to
that is.
but you're not talking to the guy that's going to be doing it. I need to know all this stuff.
Okay, babe. I don't know.
You guys understand what I'm talking about out there, guys? Talk to me here. Talk to me, Goose. You see my
like
frustration here?
Goosers in Alabama with bees.
This is my hell right now. I'm trying to make shit work, but the bitches aren't letting me do it.
Bitches don't listen.
Bitches don't listen at all.
God.
Y'all a bunch of bitches.
Bunch of bitches in this house.
No, yeah, you the
I know,
bitches.
I know. I'm gonna call Gooser and tell him you said it.
No,
Now, babe, I will have the conversation. I would love to have the conversation and ask all of those questions. However, I cannot guarantee that if we want something different, we will probably be doing different as what we want.
Okay. Well, I just got some bad news for you.
What?
You can't sleep in tomorrow.
Why?
Because I just got a message from the people with the filing cabinets. They want me there between 9 and 10 a.m.
I hate you.
Well, you don't have to go. I'll go.
No, I have to go to help you.
With filing cabinets?
Go and pick up a dresser at the same time. Schedule it all for the same time.
No, they haven't gotten back to me. The dresser, the pink pony hasn't gotten back to me.
Yeah, she wants the pink pony.
Yeah, pink pony hasn't gotten back to me yet. So
What's the song?
I don't
There's
know.
a song.
It's a stripper.
Pink
Yeah, it's a
Pony
stripper
Stripping
song.
Club. I don't
Pink
know.
pony, pink pony.
I don't know what it is. Pink Pony
Anyway,
Club.
So that's what's going on this week in the Bailey household.
Yeah.
With the continuing drama of becoming empty nesters. We met. Who did we talk to? Who were we talking to?
I don't know.
Tim.
Yeah.
So my dear friend and longtime listener, Tim, and his amazing wife came by a live ozone therapy spa.
He made me music.
Because
Yay.
for some reason our stereo system got all screwed up. I spent an entire day
Mhm.
trying to fix this, could not fix it. Then I had to replace light bulbs.
Hey, all you had to do was tell me you wanted to come and hang out with me.
Fluorescent light bulbs. That's all I had to do is replace fluorescent light bulbs. And I was replacing with LED light bulbs.
And you ain't do shit.
And it broke them.
Everything broke.
Everything broke. I spent an entire day breaking things.
I know.
So I had to call in Tim. He's an electrician. And I
You
figured,
could have just come and hang out with me instead of breaking shit.
thank God I have
I
Tim
know.
as a friend because that guy came in,
Saved the day.
not only hooked it up, but made it even better.
He did.
We hardwired it. It was
Mhm.
great. It was awesome. He fixed the light. He killed the ballast. And everything's good. I learned a lot too.
Now
Anyway.
we can dance.
So he said something, or his wife said something. They said, we want to be like you.
Oh, he said that I'm gonna live vicariously through you because I will never be an empty nester.
That's right. That's right. And it took me a minute to kind of digest that. And I'm going, God, you're lucky. You don't want to become an empty
No.
nester.
You don't want them to go away. Let
But-
them stay.
But I think some people want them to go away.
Well, sometimes it depends.
Like,
if
I
they're
love
ele-
bees here for the summer. It's
I
great.
know, it's so nice.
It's so nice.
I like bees. Bees, what are you doing?
Going dancing.
Bees. You going dancing tonight? Bees. Gooser's barking.
Yeah,
You
Goose
better
is
go
barking.
get Gooser's barking and trying to open the door.
You know, there's like noise in the house.
Yeah.
You know, there's stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But
Alright.
then she leaves and then she goes away again.
Yeah, she's
So,
gotta go to school and dance.
got to go to school and dance at the disco.
Yep.
That's what she's got to do. All right. Well, we'll finish this up. Thank you for listening. I appreciate it. Hey, entire week of shows. You know, if you guys don't know the deal yet, if you're new to this podcast, let me explain how this works. First and foremost, there's going to be some changes here in the upcoming weeks, like big changes. So you're going to start seeing some branding changes and it'll all kind of make sense. And it'll be a little bit of this and then a little bit of this and a little bit of that. But still 3 different shows, 5 days a week, 3 different shows, 5 days a week. So you have content every day of the work week, Monday through Friday. So this Honey, I Raised the Kids podcast on the, as of right now, BS feed is released on Mondays. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I release the BS podcast. All right. That's the Bailey Show podcast. That's like how my radio show was. Tuesdays and Thursdays episodes are just for subscribers. Now, if that interests you and you want content every day of the week, I would highly appreciate it. And I'm very grateful for those that subscribe and for anybody that would like to subscribe. It helps us get things like Ring cameras for our daughter's house. Okay. That's where that, trust me, if you want to know where your $4.99 a month goes to, that's where it goes. I promise you that's where it goes. You can go to jasonbailey.com. That's another thing that I'm going to be changing. TheBaileyShow.com still exists. It just directs to jasonbailey.com. Go to jasonbailey.com. Right there on the homepage, it says subscribe, and you fill out that information. It takes 2 seconds. And then when you go on to Spotify, and I believe just Spotify, because all the podcasts are, you know, TV, visual, you can see us. You can get Tuesdays and Thursdays episodes, plus hundreds of past episodes with a lot of great guests and thousands of hours of content. And then on Friday is a podcast that I do with Brad Stewart, the bassist for the band Saliva. The original bassist for Shinedown, former bassist for Fuel. He's a good buddy of mine, and we have great chemistry. And people are really digging this new podcast that I release on Friday called the Vinyl Road Podcast. Okay. The Vinyl Road Podcast on Fridays. That's a free episode. You can listen to that. Somebody just made a like fan group for it, which is really cool.
Fun.
Yeah. I love when people do that. I used to have 2 peers do stuff like that, and I don't know what happened, but so it's really cool when people do stuff like that for the content that we work very hard putting out for you. So if you do want to subscribe, jasonbailey.com, please. If you'd like to sponsor, when you become a sponsor, you sponsor all of the shows. Okay. So it's just one thing and you're in for all the shows. It's pretty cool. Just get a hold of me via jasonbailey.com. Our sponsors that we have now, I cannot thank you guys enough. You guys are great. If you are looking for any service that we have as a sponsor, please use them and tell them you heard it from me. Say, hey, Bailey sent me, and they'll take very, very, very good care of you. Last thing I'll leave you with is our social media. So there's now social media. There's an Instagram for the Honey, I Raised the Kids podcast. If you could please start following that at Honey, I Raised the Kids. It's very simple. At Honey, I Raised the Kids. And then there's social media Instagrams. I'm really just sticking with Instagram for like the Vinyl Road, at the Vinyl Road podcast. Please follow that. And then you've got at Mr. Jason Bailey and at Listen to the BS, but you can get all that on jasonbailey.com. So please search all that stuff out and share the content so we get more people, more eyes and ears to the stuff. And only you can do that. I do my best, but only you can do that. So if you could push that out for me, I'd really appreciate it. I got a Facebook Messenger.
Oh, is it the pink?
It's, I don't know which
Pink
one it
dresser?
is. I don't know which one it is. I don't know
Oh,
which one it is. It's the white one. and it's the one in Orlando. It's like the third one on our list.
Oh, I want that. She wants the pink one.
I know she does. All right. Do you have anything before we get out?
Hey, I can't wait for Bees to come home.
I know. She'll be home soon. All
I'm
right.
real excited.
Hey, thanks for listening. Thanks for your attention. Thanks for the support. Please listen to all the shows and comment on social media. Like I said, try to listen to all the shows and follow all of us on social media. Have yourself a great, safe rest of your day. We'll talk soon. Bye.
I realize not everyone feels this way. And if you are okay with this stage of your life, honestly, more power to you.
Thanks for listening. Get more information at episodesonthebaileyshow.com.
Honey, I raised the kids.
Subscribe at jasonbailey.com.
Yeah, baby.